So I am getting ready for the Mardi Gras ball that we're going to tonight at the club in Birmingham. Very fancy. This was a last minute thing. We decided to do this yesterday. And so luckily I already had a dress because I don't know what I would do if I didn't. We wouldn't be going. The dress is a little bit long. It hasn't been altered at all. So it's literally the way it was when I bought it. But we're just going to go with the flow. I am wearing heels, so that'll help the length a little bit. And Thomas last minute got a suit and most of it was altered except for the arms of his jacket. Those are a little bit long. But like I said, we're rolling with it. I've got like a very dramatic matte eye going on. I love it. I'm about to do my hair and then we're gonna go from there. I also am wearing body bronzer. It's the Tropez body bronzer, light medium. And I've never tried it except for yesterday. I put it on because I wanted to see how much it transferred on clothes. And I didn't get any transfer yesterday. And also I'm wearing a black dress tonight. So that's always good to know. It's not like I'm wearing white or anything like that. I think it looks pretty good. I mainly put it on because I have a bruise on my leg and there's a slit in the dress that I'm wearing right where the bruise is. So, you know, I was trying to conceal a little bit. I don't think I can conceal it all the way because it's a pretty hefty bruise. But we're just gonna go with it. I'm not entirely sure what I'm about to do with my hair, but I've got to figure it out because we're leaving in about 30 minutes. And so I need to figure out what I'm doing with this. But yeah, I'm excited to spend a couple of days with you guys and start off doing something fun and fancy. So here's the dress and the shoes, and maybe I can do a fun little transition and like snap and show it to you on. So let's try it out. I'm not a professional at the snapping thing. All right, so here's the dress and the shoes. These shoes I actually got for graduation when I graduated from UAH, and everybody always loves them and I wear them a lot. But, hi Thomas.
Hello.
You look very nice.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, so this is the dress. There's my bruise that I was mentioning. I think the body bronzer looks good. I don't feel like it added a ton of tan or anything, which I didn't want it to. I just wanted it to neutralize like any like, I don't know, you know, splotchiness or whatever. That sounds super unattractive. But it seemed to have done that. And I got this dress from Windsor online and it was like, I don't know, 80 bucks. So yeah, it's all velvet. I don't know if you can tell, but it is a little bit long, but we're just gonna go with it. It's not too long to where I can't walk, because of course I tested that. But yeah, we're about to head, and I'm gonna get some clips from the night. I've never been to the club. I've never been to a Mardi Gras ball up in Birmingham. I've only been to one, and that was in Mobile last year. So I'm excited to vlog it for you guys. It's also raining, so that's just super awesome. So we just stop at Walgreens to get an umbrella because it is just so rainy. But I wanted to show you my purse. So this is just a little bitty purse. I mean, I don't even know if the video is doing it justice how tiny it is, but it is so perfect. And this is my going out purse now, like when I'm going to like an event like this or like a show, like a Broadway show, because I like to go to those too. And it's from Michael Kors, and it's real. And I did a Prime try before you buy on Amazon for this and loved it so much. I've actually talked about it in an Instagram story before this, but I wanted to shout it out on here. And it's very simple, just got like an opening, and I can fit like a little wallet in here and a portable charger, lipstick, and it does clasp, but it doesn't have a zipper, but it is perfect. And my phone fits in there with everything too, so it's the perfect size, and I love it and wanted to give it a shout out. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Is that dog hair? No, I've got to get it off.
Yeah.
15, give me the 13, give me the 15, give me the 15, 15, give me the 15, 15, I got it over here, 15, 17, 17, get 17, give me the 17. I'm over here to my right at 15, 17.
So it's the next day. The ball was so much fun last night, the Mardi Gras ball. It was a blast. I would love to go again in the future. Way different from Mardi Gras balls down in Mobile. That's actually kind of hard to say. Way different than that. Smaller. It was like a charity event. I felt really bougie going. It's not like we make a habit of going to these things, although now we might because it was so much fun. But yeah, we got home at a decent time, but I didn't get to sleep until like 1. Well, the decent time was like, we didn't get home until like 11:30. So I guess that's not a super decent time, but it was fine. So I just got done doing my makeup because my mom and I are going to see Escape to Margaritaville, which is like a musical, and we're going to like the off-Broadway theater that's in Birmingham. That sounds so funny, but it's like, it's not at the BJCC, which is like the major place where you go to see like Broadway shows. This is like a smaller theater. It's historical. It's really, really cute, and it's fun to go. I wanted to show you the foundation that I'm wearing. I actually just did a couple of weeks ago, I think, in your time, and this will be a couple of weeks ago. I did my Foundation 5 series, and I tried out the Juvia's Place foundation and really loved it. It was my favorite out of all the 5 that I tried, and my skin has been so not great. I just like, it hasn't been great recently, especially down here, and I needed something pretty full coverage, so I pulled this out, and I found the watermelon scent that I mentioned in both the initial video of this and the review video of like all the foundations. I mentioned that the smell was really overpowering, and it is, but it didn't bother me as much today, so I think I'm starting to get used to it, which is good. But yeah, I wanted something full coverage because like my skin has not been doing great, but every time I use this I feel like my skin like really loves it, so I'm trying to get the benefits of everything, full coverage and treating my skin. But yeah, I hope you can kind of see, like, I just got some stuff I covered. From far away it looks fine. I mean, it looks fine up close too because I'm wearing foundation, but like without makeup I just got like a lot of hyperpigmentation and blemishes and like breakouts. So yeah, but I've got to hurry up real quick because my mom is on her way to pick me up, and she lives like 7 minutes away from me, and I need to go like floof my hair and put an outfit on, and then we're gonna head to a restaurant and meet some like friends. We're going with like a group of ladies, and then we're gonna go to the show after that. So this is my outfit. All I did with my hair was take it down and brush it. It looks fine from last night. And these shoes, if I can link them, I will. They're from Kohl's. I'm actually wearing them because it's a little cold outside, but I actually think they look kind of cute with this outfit. I'm not really a trend follower, so this outfit probably is not in style, but I like it. This shirt I thrifted, and I think it's supposed to be a dress, but it's really, really short. So I pair it with faux leather leggings every time I wear it. And it's funny, I did a poll when I was like looking at this, and I actually, oh yeah, I thrifted this in a video, so I'll link that video up in the eye and down below. But when I was looking at this, I asked people on Instagram what they thought, and if they thought it was cute or if it was too weird. And like, I don't know, 75% of the people said that this was too weird, but I got it anyway because I'm a daredevil. Not really. But yeah, this is my outfit. I think it's cute, it's comfy. I'm wearing this like Calvin Klein sporty jacket, but like it's like fashionable. I don't know if I can link this because I got it at TJ Maxx, but if I can, I'll link everything down below that I can. That's what I'll do. Anything that I can link, it'll be in the description box down below. But yeah, so this is what I'm looking like. My mom just got here, so I'm going to hop in the car with her and head to the restaurant. So my mom just dropped me off, and I'm about to change into like an Eagles colored shirt. I hate being a bandwagon fan. Maybe I'll follow the NFL a little bit more after this, but I hate being the bandwagon fan, okay? So if you're like, oh, I hate people like that, well, so do I. But anyway, my mom's coming over to watch the game with us, and I insisted on having an ice cream cake. And we weren't able to find one, so I'm going to try to DoorDash one from Dairy Queen and see if that happens. I don't know. We will see. We just randomly thought about it on the way back here. And so we're gonna test it out. We're gonna see if that happens. I don't know, but I'll be excited if I can DoorDash an ice cream cake, because if I'm feeling low one day and I feel like indulging, I can just DoorDash. I don't have to go out, because priorities. But the show we saw was Escape to Margaritaville, if I didn't say it before, and it was actually super, super good. It was so much fun. Really hilarious, a little bit of cussing, and definitely some certain innuendos and implications. So definitely like an 18 and up sort of show, but it was really fun. Thomas is on his way home from doing what he was doing today, and we're all gonna watch the Super Bowl together and eat wings. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, I'm going to change and I don't know, get the dogs ready and feed them and whatnot, and then we're gonna start the game because it starts in like 11 minutes. So the ice cream cake really did come via DoorDash. Are you proud of me?
I am so proud of you.
For DoorDashing an ice cream.
The wings.
The wings are in there.
Oh, they already
staying
came?
warm.
Oh, I thought this was the wings. I didn't even look
From
at
Dairy Queen?
I didn't even look at the DQ bar.
Yeah, so I wanted an ice cream cake.
Nice.
And we couldn't find one. So I just DoorDashed it. This is my mom's idea. She's like, maybe we can just DoorDash it. So we did. I'm excited. Kickoff hasn't happened, right?
Not yet.
So it's happening soon. We got a comfy boy. It's a comfy, handsome boy. Look at your nub. You are so handsome. And we've got hello! We have a little baby deer. So yeah, that's what's going on. Just waiting for it to start. So it's the next day, and I thought it would be fun to do a little like trying a new makeup segment to the vlog. I thought that would be fun to include because I have never done this sort of thing in a vlog. I've seen other people do it, but I've always kind of reserved like trying new makeup for like sit down makeup videos specifically. And I don't know, I just thought this would be fun. I see like people like Taylor Wynn doing it, and like Mikkel Jancy constantly like gets ready with you. So I thought this would be fun. We've got a handful of new products. I had a $150 Ulta gift card to spend, and I got all the good stuff. I also got some stuff from Walmart that are like, it's super inexpensive. It's like this brand that like it's like a part of the Revolution brand, and it's called like Relove or something, and like nothing was like, I think nothing was like over $3 or $4 or something. So like this was like $2.98, this was $2.98. So we're gonna give it a go. I'm excited. I also have the very infamous Telescopic Lift mascara to try, so I think I'm gonna do one mascara on each eye because I just want to try both. We've got a new palette from Essence, we got a new foundation. I think I'm just gonna jump in with the mascara. I just got this in the regular formula. I didn't get it in like the waterproof formula. So it's a rubberized wand, if you can sort of see. It's not focusing, focus. There we go. I'm more of like a natural bristle brush person myself, but we'll go with this. And oh, I threw away the instructions. I don't want to think about having to put on mascara though, but it tells you like directions. So we'll try it for this video, but I probably wouldn't do this on the everyday. It says to lift and load your lashes using the front hook. So that's like this side right here, like the flat side. And then, so you start with that, is that what it is? Yeah, you start with that, okay. So I'm just gonna go in, try to get my mirror closer so you guys can see me. Just coat it. Then you use the side hook to comb through your lashes to add volume and length. Okay, do I go back in here? It doesn't really say, so I'm just gonna do it like this. That's interesting. It does actually seem like it's doing something. Kind of thought that was gonna be a lie. Okay, so that's after one time of doing what it says to do. I probably would do like another layer because I am that person. But I'm gonna like wait on that for a second. And if you're wondering, if you're new here and you're like, why are you putting your mascara on first? That's so weird. I know it's weird, but I do it because I get mascara all over my lid, and I like to go in with a Q-tip and clean it off before I go in with like eyeshadow. But while this is like setting, and we'll do another layer here in a second. I'm gonna try the Relove Power Lash Volume Mascara. I love the color of this tube. This is actually a pretty hefty tube, and oh my gosh, this is a huge brush. This thing is huge. Okay, that's a lot of brush. Let's just go in. This is once again $2.98, so even cheaper than like Essence's mascara, so it'd be great if this was like good. Okay, so there's mascara all over my eyelids, but that's okay. This is the first layer on that eye. I actually think it's pretty good. I'm definitely gonna be building up both. But yeah, this is what we're looking like so far. So let's go back to the, oh gosh, why does this always happen to me? Let's go back to the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift, and just I guess do I redo the steps? That's so high maintenance. I guess I'll just do that. I'm really trying to make sure you can see me. I need to get a better setup right now, but this is what's going on. Hey, that is looking really good. I'm just gonna like go in on the side and like separate it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that is looking really good. A lot of volume, so if you don't like that, maybe don't do the exact steps they say. Maybe just go in specifically with like the side instead of like going in like where you start, you go in here and then you go in with the side. Maybe just go in with the side, because I feel like that helps the lengthening, and the like flat side really helps like with the volume. So while that's drying, I'm gonna go back in with this $2.98 mascara with the cute packaging and the giant brush, and we're just gonna try to build this up a little bit. I will say I've noticed that this formula is drier than the L'Oreal one, but I mean, I don't really mind that. I'm fine with both. It's not like super dry, it's just a little bit drier. I realized I forgot to curl my lashes too, so we're really gonna see, I guess. So there's the second layer on that eye. I actually think it looks really good. It doesn't like, I mean, I'm liking it. I'm liking both mascaras. I definitely think like you like need to go in with this one a specific way if you're looking for length, and a specific way if you're looking for volume. But if you do it like both ways, you get the length and volume that it claims to provide. This one I'm liking a lot. I think it's really nice, especially for $2.98. And I do love the packaging, and actually it's like super, just like hitting it against my hand. It's like super like, it doesn't feel really cheap. It just feels like a mascara bottle, and it's not like, not super like, you know, cheap looking or anything. And I love the color, so I'm excited to see like how these continue to wear, because I mean, there are two different price points here. Like this one I think was like what, $15.99 or something like this. This is $2.98. There's a big price difference even in these two drugstore mascaras. So that's really cool. So the eyes are primed, and I'm excited to try out this new Essence Blooming Wings eyeshadow palette. Really cute. They have 3 different variations of this, and I of course got the most neutral, but we've got like a couple of pops of colors and some interesting things. I'm probably gonna go neutral because I don't do that. That's just how I am. But then I've got this liquid eyeshadow from Wet n Wild that looks really interesting, and it's called the Shadow Silk Liquid Eyeshadow. What are they? I don't know how much this was. Let's see how much this was. Actually, let's see how much both of these were. So this eyeshadow palette is $12.99. It comes with 18 shades, and then the Wet n Wild is $5.49. I got this in the shade Lunar Beige, by the way. This comes in 6 different shades, all that look really beautiful, but this was the most neutral. Have I been like holding it up here? Oh my gosh. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and jump into this. I actually kind of need to hurry because I have to leave soon. I should have started this before I did. I'm getting my hair done today, and it's the first time since before Christmas that I am, because I just had like a busy January, and so my hair, like, it needs some love, and it needs to be washed. So I'm gonna go in, these don't have any shade names, it doesn't look like, but I'm gonna go into like this shade right here, very basic, and we're just gonna go in on this what is this, the 503? Yeah, from the Angie brushette with BK Beauty, and I'm just gonna go in directly on the eyes and just, you know, go for it. It does have some fallout in the pan, if you can sort of see, but I'm not somebody who really cares about that. And I don't really care about fallout on my face too much because I always do my eye makeup first. But I'm not getting a ton of fallout on my face at the moment, so I'll keep you posted if that happens. But I did want to mention the pan because some people do care about that. And I just like to point out everything I can think of. It's going on nicely. I'm probably not going to do too much today. Yeah, that is going on really nicely. So much fallout there on the pan. I'm going to take this. This is just, it's actually an old concealer brush from Real Techniques, but I use it like a blending brush. So something like this where it's a little fluffy, and I'm just going to take it. Then I'm going to go into this shade right next to the shade I just used right here and go in on the same brush, because this shade looks like it's gonna go nicely with the liquid shadow I'm trying. I'm almost kind of like tapping it. I love how I'm like doing this tutorial style. I'm really not trying to, it's just like happening. It did a little bit, but not too much because I layered it on top of that initial shade. We're about to go into the liquid shadow, but I think I might also top the liquid shadow with like this shadow here. But I mean, I am liking the formula of the mattes so far. I think that they blended really nicely and super easily. I typically like Essence's shadows. I really like their like little mini palettes that are like $3.99. They're named after songs and it's really cute. This also says it's up to 16-hour wear. I'm not gonna be wearing it for 16 hours. Golly, I can't get into this. I'm having so many problems. But I'm definitely not gonna be wearing this for 16 hours because if I did, I would be up until like, I don't know, literally 4 in the morning. So we don't want to do that. Got a pretty standard like doe foot. I'm hiding my face. This is a pretty rose gold color. I think I don't really want to go directly on. I think I'm going to go like on my fingers and then go from there. And just see. Okay, like, no, this is looking so pretty. It's got a very moussey texture, which is very similar to one of my favorite liquid shadows, a L'Oreal one. And I prefer that instead of being like super glittery because A, it's a lot easier to work with, but B, it's also so much more wearable in my opinion than just like straight up glitter for like every day. And this is looking so pretty. I'm really liking this. Okay, that is looking so pretty. I hope the camera's like picking it up. I don't know if I really want to go over it with this, but I want to try more shades in this palette, so I think I'm going to. It is all over my hands. So let me get some like hand sanitizer and try to get that off. But this, like, I'm really liking this liquid shadow so far. I hope it wears well and everything because it is super pretty. And I am really liking it, and I think that this color is gorgeous, and the Shadow Silk name is perfect because of the texture. But I'm just going to go into like this shade right here, this white shade, and just top it off a little bit just to test out the white shade. Although honestly, I would have been totally fine leaving the Wet n Wild one alone. So that went on nicely. Obviously I layered it on top of this, so I need to see how like wears on its own or whatever, but I'll keep you posted on any of the products I try today in a speed reviews video. But I'm just gonna like line my eyes now with one of the darker shades in here, because I always do this. This is like how I do my liner. I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and just line my eyes with it. So my eyes are done, looking good, love the neutral look. I went ahead and spot concealed. My face has just not been great and I hate it. But I do have another new foundation to try. If you didn't know, I have a whole foundation series that just recently went live, and it's Foundation 5, and I try 5 different foundations 5 days in a row. And this is actually gonna be one of the foundations I tried. I have in 2 different shades. But then I saw the KVD Beauty one and decided that one would probably have a little bit more traction because it's a little bit of a newer launch. And so this is a new launch, but it's been out for like a month and a half now, I think. So I have it here and I'm gonna try it out. I have it in the shade Fair, which is very fair. And the shade Light Neutral, which is actually a little bit more of a medium shade in my opinion. I don't know off the top of my head how many shades this comes in or anything like that, so I'll like let you guys know. Normally when I try out a foundation, I don't spot conceal before, like if I'm doing a full foundation review like the Foundation 5, but this is different. We're just chilling, trying out new makeup, and so I just felt like spot concealing because I'm just not feeling very secure in my skin. I think the weather is messing with it because it's so back and forth, like I'm cold, I'm hot, I'm warm, I'm humid, and so my skin is like freaking out, and it's really annoying actually. But I'm going to mix these two shades probably. I'm thinking that's what's gonna happen. You just get 1.01 ounces. I'm gonna put it on my palette. Yeah, that looks a little bit light. Just a little bit. So I think I'm gonna put a little bit of Light Neutral in here, and we're gonna make like a little foundation cocktail. Light Neutral is definitely a little bit too dark. You can kind of see right there. I might have put a little bit too much of Light Neutral. We're just gonna go in all over the face with the Blendful because that's how I like to try foundations when I do it like off camera and in my own time, so that's what I feel like doing, plus I'm kind of in a rush. I think I did an okay job with the shade match. It's called the Bear With Me Blur. So, blurring tint foundation. It sounds nice. I wish my face weren't so sensitive and broken out right now. I actually think I did an okay job on the shade. I know I'm kind of at a weird angle. Usually I'm centered when I do like traditional makeup videos, but I don't know, I just wanted to try out a new setup for a second. I think I'm gonna completely like reset up my office. That'll be later on. I might do it in a vlog. But I told Thomas that like where I am in front of a window, like if I film in the morning at like any time before like really 10:30 or 11, the sun shines right in and it makes it really hard because it like creates all these lines from the rays, like the sunshine coming in. So I have to like put like tape up, and I'm like ruining the blinds. So I think I might have to reposition. I feel like this is looking pretty good except for on my nose. It's a little dry on my nose. This is a pretty matte formula. I feel like you would definitely have to have like some moisture under. I mean, it looks pretty, but it definitely seems like it's a little bit of a matte, which makes sense with the name Blur. I can already tell you off the bat that I'm liking the way this applies better than like the KVD one. That was my least favorite in the Foundation 5 series, if you didn't know. That one was just like really, really dry. The more I used it, the worse it became for me. My foundation on my nose is looking a little, hopefully you can see it, focus. It's looking a little patchy. My nose is my problem area. I do think I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. I think I'm pretty well covered. Like I would say this is medium coverage, but I'm just gonna do like this. Right here is where I'm so broken out on my face. And I've been breaking out on my forehead recently, which I haven't broken out on my forehead in years. So it's kind of weird and I hate it. Okay, I think it's pretty. Do I like it better than the Juvia's Place one and the Revlon one that I tried in my Foundation 5 series and my Holy Grail L'Oreal Infallible? No, but it's probably because it's kind of like matte. I think I'm gonna have to put some setting spray on to make this just look a little bit more natural, because I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it. But I do have a new concealer to try. It's the Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Concealer, and this is supposed to have buildable coverage. Interesting. I don't usually build up my coverage on my concealer, but that's interesting. It's supposed to be hydrating, brightening, and smoothing. Smoothing, okay. I got this in the shade Ivory. So it might be a little light. But that's actually, I didn't even like take a moment to like look at this. That's a pretty cool doe foot. But I'm just gonna go in. I don't want to go in too hard like with it because I don't know exactly. We're just gonna take this e.l.f. sponge and like just go ahead and immediately blend it out. Usually I let my concealer sit, but when I don't know how a concealer formula is, I'll immediately blend it out because I don't want to like you know, mess with the formula if it's not supposed to be immediately blended out. Or if it is supposed to be immediately blended out. Gosh, that was a great sentence, way to go. That actually looks pretty nice. I think I would still maybe get this in a little bit of a darker shade because I kind of like my concealer to match my foundation now. But it does look really nice. I can sort of see the smoothing claim. I like the bottle too. It's like a doe foot with like a squeezy tube. I feel like you get like every little bit of your makeup and product out of there. I think this is looking really nice. I don't know if I'm loving it more than my True Skin or anything like that, but also I think the shade might have something to do with that because I really do think I need to get a little bit of a darker shade because it is just a little bit light, so maybe a shade down would be perfect for me. But I like the formula, it blends in super nicely. I do think this is a formula that you could let sit for a second and then blend out to get a little bit more coverage if you wanted to, because it seems like it would be easy to work with in that way, but I'm really liking it. So I'm gonna set my, I don't have any powder or anything to try, so I'm gonna set my face real quick and then we're gonna come back in and try this $2.98 contour thing, and then I've got the new Essence Pure Nude Baked Blushes. And yeah, I'm excited. I put some powder on. I just used the Essence 16-Hour Cover and Last, and then for under my eyes, I used the L'Oreal Infallible. Everything's looking pretty good. I do look a little dry in my opinion, so I probably will set it since I do actually have places to go today. And this is just testing new makeup, and I'm gonna update you guys on this stuff in a speed reviews video, so I feel a little bit more like laissez-faire about, like, you know, wear tests and everything. But I'm extremely excited to try out this Relove by Revolution Contour Trio. I think I'm only going to try the contour and highlight though, because I am going to try one of the new Essence's blushes. New Essence blushes. So I'm excited about this. I think this is just in the shade Sugar. This is like the shade thing Trigger. This is very similar to like e.l.f. packaging, like in their cheaper line. So it is cheap, but this is only $2.98. I'm gonna take this EcoTools brush and go into the contour. I feel like I need to warm up my face because I feel a little pale. But we're just gonna go in and see. I feel like that's going on very smoothly. Although I will say this pan's kind of small, but that's okay. I just feel like I have to be like a little bit more careful going in with my brush. I feel like I make the ugliest faces when I'm putting on makeup. This is definitely like in between a contour and bronzer shade. In real life, it's pulling more contour on camera, it's looking like, but I would use this as like a bronzer too. It's just like a more neutral bronzer, which I really like, and I know a lot of people tend to really like. Okay, I actually think that looks really nice, even though I do not really like the way the foundation is looking. I don't hate it, but it looks just so dry. But I am really liking the way that this bronzer contour shade is applying, very smooth and pretty. We're gonna come back to it, but before we do, I'm gonna try this Essence blush. I actually got two shades because I wanted the like purpley shade too. I thought that was like really pretty. But today I think I'm gonna go for Shimmery Rose. And I'm just gonna go in with this Angie Hot and Flashy A507 brush. It's their blush brush. We're gonna go in here kind of dusty, you can sort of see, like fluffed out, but not too concerned. I really like the Pure Nude highlighters, so I jumped on this when I saw it. Pretty. Of course, it's got a little bit of shimmer because it's literally called Shimmery Rose, but it's like glowy, not glitter or sparkle or anything. And I am really liking the way that's looking. I feel like it's actually bringing a little bit of life back to my face as it looks a little dry right now with the foundation. That is looking so pretty. Don't worry about my hair. I literally am going to get it fixed right after that. That's why I'm rushing right now. So I'm loving the way that's looking. I'm going to go back to this contour trio and try this out. This blush I think is going to be really pretty. Do I go in with another blush? You know what? We're just going to go into this blush, even though I already have blush on, because I want to test it out. It looks like it's got a little bit of shimmer. It's a little bit peachier. And obviously I'm not going to get a full-on first impression from this because I already have a blush on beneath this, but I will say that that also looks really nice over that blush. So we're very blushy today, which is funny because I was like anti-blush a few years ago. But now I'm gonna go into this highlight shade in the middle, and I'm gonna just put this on my cheekbones. I feel like we're bringing a little bit of life back to my face with all these shimmery products. Pretty, okay, that's pretty. No, I'm getting like overly excited about this because of the price point. Because there's a lot of glow, so I might actually pat it off in a set, not pat it off, but like kind of take my powder brush with nothing on it and just like pat it down a little bit. But that is looking so nice because it's bringing a little bit of life back to my face, not glittery, and it's not emphasizing any texture, which I appreciate. And I've heard that the new Charlotte Tilbury highlight does that, and I almost picked that one up because Charlotte Tilbury can really get me with their launches. I'm literally just taking my clean powder brush and just like kind of meshing it in because I had so much just like glow going on from the products. Okay, these two products, let's talk about them. $2.98 both of them. Love them so far. Excited to see how they both wear. Hopefully this doesn't smudge or bother my eyes or anything like that. And I'm loving this. Hopefully this doesn't bother my face or anything because this is awesome. Obviously the packaging on this is not as impressive to me as the packaging on this because this is like pretty standard mascara packaging. And this is pretty cheap looking, but I'm loving the way that's looking. I do have a lipstick I'm gonna try, and it's the Revlon ColorStay Suede Ink. But I need to go get my lip liner real quick, and then we're gonna try this. Gosh, there's a lot of like stickers. What time is it? Oh my gosh, I have to leave in like 10 minutes. So I put the Rimmel Lasting Finish Exaggerate lip liner on. This is the new formulation, by the way, and it's exactly the same as the old one, just different packaging. So let's just try this out. I have this in the shade No Rules. Very interested, Suede Ink. Oh my gosh, I didn't know this was gonna be this color. Okay, so I didn't know it was gonna be this color. And it's emphasizing the paleness of my face, but it's going on really smoothly, so let's see. Okay, thought this was gonna be a nude. I think the cap is white. But this formula is beautiful. The color is beautiful, but it's not what I was going for. But the formula is so pretty and smooth. It really is very nice. So now that we've tried that out, I'm feeling a little bit more put together, and I'm really absolutely loving the cheek products, the eye products. The only thing I'm not entirely in love with, to be honest, is this. And it's not that it's bad, it's just that it's like, it's a little drier than I was expecting. But I need to go get dressed, and then we're gonna head to go get my hair done. And I need to like go because it is very close to the time I need to leave. I did want to mention that I can't even feel this on my lips. It's very comfortable. I'm home now. My hair is feeling a lot more refreshed. It's been way too long since it was done. So I'm feeling fresh, I'm feeling toned, I'm feeling clean. And as you saw, I hit Ulta and Sephora afterwards. I also hit the UPS store, but that's not very entertaining. And I returned both the KVD and Makeup by Mario foundations that I tried my Foundation 5 series because here's the truth. I know people are gonna have their opinions about returning makeup, but both of those clogged my pores and just weren't the nicest to my skin. So I didn't really see myself using them again in the future. I didn't think they were awful, but I have pretty acne prone sensitive skin and they just didn't agree with me. The KVD one was the absolute wrong shade anyway, and I would have returned it to get the right shade. But I didn't even really like it. It was too matte for me. It wasn't exactly the formula that not a formula I super love. The Makeup by Mario one was just an okay foundation. So if you didn't watch my overconsumption video, I have a set budget every month on like what I spend for YouTube, and that includes everything like makeup I try for YouTube, anything like product wise I try for YouTube, as well as like software, camera, anything like that. So I spent almost $100 on both of those foundations together, and so I wanted to get that money back to be able to, you know, get something else I wanted, and I just didn't want to waste my monthly budget on those, especially since they were both in the like return, you know, the return window for, you know, like so you could take it back. So I did take both back. Didn't think they were horrible foundations, but they just weren't my cup of tea, plus they clogged my pores. So when I went to Ulta, I looked around, but I only bought some things I needed, and it literally is just the travel size of the Clean It Zero. This, we're going to New York. I think I've mentioned that a couple of times. And I like to pack this on my carry-on in case for some reason my luggage gets lost. And then for my regular size, like suitcase that I'm gonna pack, I got just like a regular size of this. Not the jumbo one that I usually keep at home because I don't want to take up too much room, but a regular size to go to New York. But I didn't buy anything like besides that. And then at Sephora, I wasn't gonna buy anything, and the Makeup by Mario one, it was like, it's still in the return window, but I needed to get a merchandise card instead of like going back to my card because it was in the 60-day time period rather than the 30-day, which if you return it within 30 days of purchase, you get it back on your card, like the card that you used to purchase the product. And if you return it within 60 days, like the last 30 days of that 60 days, it goes on a merchandise card, which is fine as well. I wasn't gonna use it for anything. I was gonna save it, but I was looking around the store as one does, and I saw this, and this is the Bad Side Zodiac Water Palette by Melt Cosmetics, and I took a little clip of it in the store, so you probably saw what it looks like on the inside, but I just love the color palette here because it's got like some neutral shades that I can wear every day, but then it's got like these pops of color and a navy. I love navy, and it's got like this like dark, almost kind of like sparkly shade, and then a matte brown. So this was my favorite palette, like color variation of this palette. I have a Lawless one, what's it called, like Winter Beach or something, I don't know. And I don't know what it is about Lawless eyeshadow formulas, but I am just not in love with it. And so this is a very similar palette in terms of like the color story, and I swatched these in Sephora and liked this one like way more, like the way it swatched. So I'm super excited to give this a try. Actually, let me see if I can go find the Lawless one so you guys can see them side by side. I was able to find it pretty quickly. So there are some differences, but they're very, very similar. You're gonna see that here in a second. So you kind of see how similar the color stories are. And the thing is like I've seen like Tati rave about this palette, but there's something about this formula I don't love very much. I don't think the mattes are very blendable, and the shimmers look like they're gonna be super punchy, but they're very hard to work with. And I've noticed that on any Lawless like eyeshadow that I've tried, but I love the Lawless like lip mask, just to shout out a good product from the brand. But this one I swatched in store and just think I'll like it a lot better. I'll actually probably end up decluttering this in my future declutter series, which hopefully will be coming pretty soon. I did treat myself to this with my merchandise card, and that was fun. That was fun. So I'm actually going to go ahead and close this vlog off. I know it's kind of like a smattering of clips. Normally my vlogs are a little bit more organized than this one, but I've just been kind of in a mood to vlog, so like they haven't been as organized as normal, but I just wanted to take you guys along with me to certain things. So if you like this format of a vlog where it's kind of like a smattering of clips, let me know, I'll do it more. Or if you like prefer more organized vlogs where everything's very much in a series and not so like some clips from this day and some clips from this day, that'll probably be coming up. I hope you guys liked this vlog. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that notification bell down below so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Also subscribe to my channel if you're not already. If you like what you see, you know, if you like the lifestyle stuff or if you like some beauty stuff, check that out. I do a smattering of both. Since I'm using the word smattering so much, I do a mix of beauty and lifestyle on my channel, and I would love to have you join my little family over here because I don't know, I just like to hang out with you guys and I want to connect with you guys. So if you like what you see, please go ahead and check my channel out some more and subscribe if you like it. And for now, that is it. So I hope you guys have the best rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.